one.
Utah health officials discuss extending the statewide mask mandate.
Salt Lake City's Ballet West will broadcast their performance of the Nutcracker over television.
And a two-day art festival showcases a creative display that combines projection technology with old building facades. Welcome to Newsline. It's Thursday, November 19th. I'm Joseph Carson.
And I'm Allie Arnold. Utah's Department of Health is expecting to issue a new mask mandate on November 24th.
On top of the current mask mandate, Governor Herbert will release new guidelines for those who want to see their family during the holidays. Governor Herbert declared a mask mandate on November 8th, advising people to wear face coverings in public and to pause extracurricular activities for 2 weeks. Currently, the mandate ends on November 24th, and with the surge of COVID cases in Utah, the UDOH is advising people to not gather with anyone who doesn't live in their home. The state of Utah published a website with the planned timeline of COVID-19 vaccine distribution. Since the vaccine is not yet available, now is the time to prepare. The Utah Department of Health developed recommendations for how the vaccine should be distributed. The plan is to vaccinate healthcare personnel who work in high-risk environments in December and January. In February and March, residents of long-term care facilities and essential workers will be vaccinated. And in March through July, all other Utahns will be vaccinated.
So Operation Warp Speed is taking processes that take years and compress it in 2 months. And the way we do that is by running different processes in parallel rather than sequentially.
The process to develop a vaccine is usually done in sequential steps. However, in order to have the vaccines available, Operation Warp Speed completed these processes at the same time. Researchers began manufacturing the vaccine while they were running the Phase 3 trials. If the promising Pfizer and Moderna vaccines turn out to be effective and the FDA approves them, they will be ready for use.
Intermountain Healthcare may postpone some elective surgeries that require a hospital stay due to rising COVID-19 hospitalizations. They are implementing steps to conserve resources and reduce hospital capacity. Some surgeries requiring inpatient admission after surgery may be delayed, and any patient affected will be notified directly. Intermountain will continue to provide care for urgent situations and emergency patients, but this new policy will free up beds, supplies, and caregivers to treat COVID-19 patients. Yesterday, in preparation for Thanksgiving and to follow Governor Herbert's executive order, BYU began its free COVID-19 testing. I went to the Wilkinson Center to find out how the new program works and why students are getting tested.
On Tuesday, BYU sent an email announcing students can sign up for a COVID-19 screening test free of charge from Wednesday till Saturday. These new COVID tests cater specifically to students not experiencing symptoms of COVID-19 and have not tested positive for COVID-19 within the last 90 days. But how does it work?
I'm here at the Wilkinson Center at BYU to find out why students are getting tested and what the process is like.
Before students line up, BYU nursing students receive training to administer the tests, and other students receive training to check people in and work on the administrative side of the testing. Students show their Healthy Together app passport to get inside. Then they check into reception desks, show their student ID, and receive a COVID-19 test kit. They head to their assigned station where the nursing students explain to them the short swab nasal test. Students pull down their mask and get swabbed. Students get their test results within 30 minutes or at the latest by the end of the day. Thousands of students already receive testing here. Many found the test quick, easy, and mostly painless.
It was fast, efficient, and you get your results back by the end of the day.
And it wasn't super bad at all. I thought it was going to be way worse.
And many got tested for the same reason.
I got tested just because we're headed out of town to go see some family, and we want to make sure that everything is safe before we go meet grandparents.
I got tested because I am going to a friend's house for Thanksgiving.
You know, going to see my sister and her family for Thanksgiving, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't have it before I went and saw them.
These tests align with Governor Herbert's executive order for weekly COVID testing for in-person students and BYU's advisement before traveling for Thanksgiving.
Students can still sign up for testing at the Wilkinson Center as well as at the BYU Health Center and Test Utah sites.
Utah is averaging about 3,100 COVID cases every day. As of today, there are more than 162,000 total COVID cases. More than 1.2 million people have been tested, and almost 1.8 million tests have been reported. There have been 740 COVID-related deaths, and more than 7,100 people have been hospitalized since the pandemic began. COVID cases continue to rise among Utah schools. Fremont High School, Granger High School, and some Jordan School District schools are moving to distance learning due to a concerning number of COVID-19 cases. Fremont High School has a current number of 16 positive COVID cases in the school. Classes have been canceled and online instruction begins tomorrow. Granger High School has 15 confirmed cases. The school plans to come back to in-person classes on December 2nd. After an emergency meeting held at the Jordan School District, some schools have moved online. Joel P. Jensen Middle School, Oker Hills Middle School, Butterfield Canyon Elementary School, and Foothills Elementary School begin virtual learning next Monday, November 23rd, and will return to in-person classes on Monday, December 7th.
The Ballet West will broadcast the Nutcracker on KSL this year. After Salt Lake County decided to close performance facilities, Ballet West decided to keep the 65-year holiday tradition alive and broadcast the Nutcracker on television, allowing viewers to watch the holiday classic from the comfort of their own homes. It will air on KSL TV December 24th, 25th, and January 1st at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
A former Latter-day Saint bishop was sentenced Wednesday to more than 3 years in prison for possession of child pornography. According to the Salt Lake Tribune, 62-year-old Timothy Hollows was arrested in October 2019 after being found with thousands of images of child pornography on his phone. Hollows admitted to possessing the child pornography as part of a plea agreement, and he was sentenced to 46 months in prison.
A 2.5 magnitude aftershock is recorded 8 months to the day after the 5.7 earthquake that hit near Magna earlier this year. University of Utah seismograph stations report that today's aftershocks were felt by more than 100 residents of the Salt Lake Valley. They also say aftershock activity is expected to continue but decrease for months. For those who felt the aftershock, fill out the survey at earthquake.usgs.gov.
Despite the year of uncertainty and change, BYU student alumni will again host the largest food drive in Utah County. NewsLine reporter Catherine Bennett joined some of the volunteers to see how they do it.
For more than 20 years, BYU student alumni sponsor the food drive. One of the vice presidents of student alumni, Nick Merrill, shared that it's easy to be unaware of the suffering and levels of poverty that exist just 5 minutes away from students here in Provo. Yet, each effort makes a difference.
For example, $1 donated to the food drive equals 15 pounds of food the food bank can purchase. And a $2 donation can feed a family of 4 for a day.
1 in 6 children don't know where their next meal will come from, and nearly 80,000 people in Utah County live at or below the poverty line.
There are a few events on campus that are as meaningful both to the community and from my experience, the BYU students who participate in it, because it really is making a measurable impact on Utah County.
How can you help? You can donate money through Venmo, at the BYU store, Cougar Eat, or the Creameries. Drop off non-perishables in one of 16 bins across campus, or participate in the Y Run.
Let's make it like an anti-run. And so we decided to call it Y Run, and so instead of committing to run on that day, people commit to not run that day, but still donate to our cause.
The directors ask that every student find it in themselves to donate even the smallest amount.
Every donation is important, and every student can and will have an impact with whatever involvement level they're comfortable with and able to contribute.
At this special time of year, those pushing the food drive hope everyone can unite to help those in need. Reporting for Newsline, I'm Catherine Bennett.
If you're looking for something to light up these cold winter nights, you should make your way down to Salt Lake City for the Illuminate Art Festival.
Reporter Ashley Chase is here to tell us how artists are using Salt Lake City's natural landscape for their dazzling pieces.
Salt Lake City's Illuminate Art Festival is normally a 2-day event, but COVID is forcing artists to get creative. The festival is now an all-month projection show using narration and music to tell stories.
And that's kind of the spirit of Illuminate, is creating these experiences for each other, a little bit of joy, a little bit of warmth in the winter months.
Artists are using projection mapping to light up buildings with moving images.
Part of our idea was this concept of looking at this building and having these windows and these walls reflecting this history back at you.
Illuminate, run by the Utah Art Alliance, or UAA, collaborates with other organizations like Spy Hub and Dreamscapes to blend art and science. The Clark Planetarium, for example, broadcasts live video making art from satellite images.
Lines and blobs and, what do those mean? when scientists interpret those data, and then how can that influence our art?
Sky Hatter works with the planetarium for Illuminate and believes in the importance of science and art working together to accomplish the same goals.
Helping people do the thing that will be good according to science, even if they don't believe science.
UAA event director Kim Angeli is hoping that the new art forms can carry over to future years and expand throughout Salt Lake City.
I want to be able to introduce that concept so that in future years we can grow it so that we're doing the whole downtown area is involved.
Illuminate will continue through until November 29th. You can find locations for each of the projects in downtown Salt Lake on their website illuminatesaltlake.org. This is Ashley Chase reporting for NewsLine.
More than 900 staff members of the Midwest Mayo Clinic are diagnosed with COVID-19. Find out which states are affected by the outbreak.
Good grief! Charlie Brown finally comes back to TV for the holidays. Find out which station will broadcast the classic cartoon specials.
And we've got warm weather and cloudy skies across the state today. We'll break down this upcoming system to show you what weather to expect for your weekend coming up.
More than 900 staff members across the Midwest Mayo Clinics have been diagnosed with COVID-19 over the last 2 weeks. These clinics serve patients in Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Those Midwestern states have been hit especially hard in the latest round of COVID-19 case surges. The staff member says the Mayo Clinic staff are being infected mostly due to community spread.
President Trump is asking for a recount in 2 Wisconsin counties. The move is an attempt to overturn President-elect Joe Biden's victory in the state. The recounts are for 2 Democratic strongholds, Milwaukee County and Dane County. The state commission will meet Wednesday to discuss the request. Counties would then have 13 days to recount their ballots. A country music legend got a shout out in the announcement of the promising results of Moderna's experimental coronavirus vaccine. Rachel Smith is in the studio to tell us more. Rachel.
Well, Allie, it's the one and only Dolly Parton. The Dolly Parton COVID-19 Research Fund listed in the footnotes of the New England Journal of Medicine's report on the vaccine results along with other institutions. She donated $1 million to Vanderbilt University Medical Center earlier this year to fund coronavirus research. Dolly didn't find out that her donation helped fund the Moderna vaccine trial until her name was listed in the report. After finding out, she called it a proud moment for her. Dolly fans and stans are loving this moment for the country music icon. Maddie here says, Dolly Parton can do this. I don't know why we're so surprised she can also cure coronavirus, with these pictures of her playing guitar with the classic long nails. Beverly says, found my COVID vaccine fast pass, and shares this picture of her Dollywood pass. Now people are also hopping on the opportunity to reference her songs. Bradley here says, she wore a lab coat of many colors. And Dominic says, how effective out of 100 is the new vaccine funded by Dolly Parton? Working 95. Well, that's my rendition. Here's another video that went viral.
Vaccine, 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 vaccine. Please just keep us safe from COVID on. This virus is beyond compare.
To all the other donors and researchers who helped make this vaccine possible. Moderna vaccinations could potentially begin as soon as December. Back to you.
The Peanut Gang is back. Apple and PBS have struck a deal to show the beloved holiday specials of Charlie Brown in broadcast TV. A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving will air on November 22nd, and you can watch A Charlie Brown Christmas on December 13th. They will also be commercial-free. If you have Apple TV Plus, you will have multiple chances to stream the movies and catch all of Snoopy's shenanigans. Driving during the winter can be an icy situation. Savannah, what can students do to prepare for their car coming up?
Many students feel overwhelmed and unprepared for driving in the coming winter months. Staying on top of your car maintenance will prevent future accidents and reduce driving anxieties.
To start, you'll want to take your car in for a tune-up to get an idea of what wear and tear your car has endured over the past year. Make sure they check your battery, ignition, emission filters, heater, and brakes.
Make sure you have good brakes, because you have to pump your brakes in the snow a lot.
During your tune-up, you should also have them change your oil and antifreeze. Change out your washer fluid and windshield wipers with an antifreeze solution. You'll also want to check your tire pressure. Be sure to check your tire tread. If you have snow tires, put them on your car now. If your car has four-wheel drive, review how to use it before the snow hits.
When I drove my car out from Ohio to Utah, I drove through a blizzard. So my car was squealing. And he said it's because I didn't get lubricant for my belts before I made the trip through snow.
Make sure you get car washes that wash the undercarriage, because the roads are so salted that it does that. But if you get car washes done that wash the undercarriage, then it kind of takes care of the problem.
Keeping your gas tank full during the winter will prevent condensation from freezing and blocking the fuel line. Consider investing in a snow brush and keep it in easy reach in your car.
Following these tips will prepare you and your car for a winter in Utah. I'm Savannah Osler reporting for NewsLine.
Hurricane Iota left a path of destruction in Nicaragua, causing flooding and damage to homes and boats. It was the most powerful storm so far in the Atlantic in 2020. Iota made landfall as a devastating Category 4 hurricane, just 15 miles south from where Hurricane Eta, another Category 4, hit earlier this month. More than 62,000 people in Nicaragua have been moved to government shelters. Now we wish them the best. Here in Utah, we are going to be having some calm and quiet temperatures. We're going to be getting a little bit of rain once this storm system from the Pacific Northwest comes and gets us, but that's not going to hit until Monday. So we are going to be having some nice temperatures. We can already see that in today's temperatures across the state. Things are looking a little bit chillier than they normally are. So we can look at today's temperatures and see that today in Provo we have a high of 52, low of 31. Our neighbors in Salt Lake with that high of 50. Logan coming in with the coldest temperature of the day with a high of 45. Now we see northern Utah trending in that 50s range, southern Utah going into the mid 60s. And we're going to see that for the entire 5-day forecast. Tomorrow you'll get a little bit of cloud coverage and your high is going to be in the 66. And then for the rest of the weekend and into next week, we're going to be in that 60-degree range. Now your highs are going to be in the 60s, your lows in the high 30s. So it's still going to be a little bit chilly, but that sunny 64 is going to be feeling great on Monday and Tuesday. Now in northern Utah, we are seeing the same temperatures, just a little bit cooler. You'll have that same cloud coverage with a 50-degree high on Friday, and into your weekend you're going to be dropping into the 40s, a little bit of rain coming in on Monday, but still we're going to be hitting some dry temperatures on Tuesday, perfect for your Thanksgiving travel. Happy holidays, and back to you guys.
President of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Russell M. Nelson, says he is praying for and loves those caught in the deadly wildfires in the Northwest. NewsLine reporter Emma Evans spoke to people who watched the message and tells us how the members reacted to it. Emma?
The beloved leader of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints surprised members in Oregon, Washington, California, and Idaho with a video message expressing his love, concern, and continued prayers for them after the devastating wildfires that destroyed many homes and properties.
We're struggling as a people to stay connected, to feel like we're still a part of something. And so for President Nelson to be able to say, hey, listen, we know what you're going through. We're concerned about you. We're still here for you. And I think that was really the purpose for him taking the time.
The video was sent to about 23 states that were impacted by the wildfires, and it was a welcome surprise to the members living there.
There's been a lot of evidence of the division that's been going on
And I think he just wanted to give us that offer of hope.
Matt Leptic, stake president of the Oregon City Stake, counseled with area bishops, and they decided to show the message at the end of their Sunday virtual worship services to increase the outreach to members.
But I have a feeling probably President Nelson is very engaged in what's happening around the entire world and is interested in what's happening in the lives of each and every one of the people that he has responsibility for. And so this is something that tugged at his heartstrings.
President Nelson included an apostolic blessing in his remarks, promising that the brightest days are yet ahead. The video was meant specifically for the West area, and there's no link available to watch it. However, it is safe to say that the promises President Nelson made will be cherished and long remembered by the members.
The Lord lives. He loves each one of us, and that's how he shows his love, is absolutely through his mouthpiece here upon the earth.
Even though there is much work to be done in the wake of the wildfires, President Nelson's words of love, hope, and promised divine help provided much needed encouragement. Reporting for Newsline, I'm Emma Evans.
Thanks, Emma.
2020 is coming to a close with an unusual holiday season, but even this year's chaos couldn't keep Christmas from popping its head before Thanksgiving.
But there's just something about getting a card that has a design from a kid that's just cute and Christmassy, and it
See the festive results of one Christmas card competition.
And another November means another National Novel Writing Month. Find out how people are spending their time writing.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill, bring good home.
My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let
Riverton City is asking children to help design their official city Christmas card. Reporter Mandy Welker tells us how your child can enter.
'Twas a month before Christmas, and all around town, Riverton City was looking for the best Christmas card around. The children were busy making crafts and designs. The hard part was trying to color inside the lines. With so many cute cards, the decision will be hard. The winner will be given a $100 Walmart gift card. Public Relations Kyler Brower told us a thing or two about when the Christmas card competition was brand new.
The mayor came up with this idea. He wanted kids to be more involved.
So after asking for kids' help, the mystery was solved.
But there's just something about getting a card that has a design from a kid that's just cute and Christmassy, and it kind of just warms your heart.
It's just the best way for the holiday season to start. In years past, kids drew snowmen, Santa, and reindeer. Who knows, maybe art will be their newfound career. The flyer right here shows you how to submit, but if you enter, make sure you commit. You can scan a photocopy and submit electronically, or fill out a form and drop it off at City Hall, ironically. So hurry and enter, the competition ends tonight. Be sure you make your Christmas card look just right. For questions or concerns, you can contact them by email. kbrower@rivertonutah.gov will give you all the details. Sadly, that is all the time I've been assigned. I'm Mandy Welker, reporting for Newsline.
Did you know November is an international holiday for writers? Newsline reporter Emily Roberts tells us more.
The month of November is National Novel Writing Month, or NaNoWriMo for short. The purpose of NaNoWriMo is to challenge authors to start and finish an entire novel within the month of November, writing up to 2,000 words per day.
Participants of NaNoWriMo can compete against themselves to write at least 50,000 words in 1 month. And if you win,
the book is the prize. Like, at the end of the month, you have a manuscript. I can't think of anything that's more rewarding than that.
If you're trying to get a new story started or a new novel, it's a great way to just get a first draft cranked out.
Some have found that with quarantine and isolation, it's easier to make time for writing.
I also found, back in March and April that being creative and having very specific goals was helpful to me in just coping.
It gives me an excuse to be like, guys, I can't hang out. Verona.
Some draw their inspiration from writing prompts and events created by the official website. Every author takes a different approach to getting into the flow of writing.
I tack up like pictures and notes and relationships between characters and pictures of people I find on Pinterest.
I like to use fountain pens and stuff, and it's just fun for me. I switch inks every day.
I have a nifty timer that I do writing sprints with to get me going.
One of the biggest benefits of joining the challenge is finding a writing community to help push you along.
If you go on the website, you can set your region and it'll put you in contact with other people in your area who are doing NaNoWriMo.
Between these 4 authors alone, NaNoWriMo helped to produce 12 books total, with more in the works.
National Novel Writers Month serves as a reminder that when you carve out time for your passions, you can make it happen. This is Emily Roberts reporting for BYU Newsline, signing out.
Did you know that I actually did NaNoWriMo
Oh,
once?
wow.
In middle school, I wrote 1,000 words a day for every day of November and had a little novel. I won a prize for it because I did so good.
Oh my gosh. A meme that we thought we left in 2016 is back and better than ever.
That's right. Pizza Rat grew a bit. Take a look. One New Yorker dressed up as a life-sized rat and proceeded to drag a massive slice of pizza up a flight of subway stairs by the mouth. The performance, I guess you would call it, recreates a popular internet video. And that's kind of disturbing, but I think my favorite part of the video is the guy who's walking down the stairs and just jumps over the railing like it's nothing.
I mean, that's New York.
Yeah, it's New York. Totally unfazed.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us today for Newsline.
For more information on our stories or to share them with your friends, check out our website at universe.byu.edu/Newsline.
Have a great day.